Funny you should mention that, because so if you seem to be most concerned about getting billions of people access to low carbon energy, why haven't you spent your career working to, as you say, decriminalize nuclear energy? Right. I do agree with the central thesis you bring up, that low carbon energy is essential for our
low cost energy.
Yes. Well, but we've known for decades how to make nuclear energy at low cost and high efficiency. Right now, one nuclear fuel pellet in today's reactors, about the size of the last digit of your pinky, is equivalent to 150 barrels of oil. And while you can't necessarily exchange that into all sectors of the economy, in every sector except transportation, it can be more efficient than existing technology. So wouldn't your efforts have been more worthwhile trying to bring nuclear a much more representative seat at the table rather than speaking for fossil fuels where there are already plenty of people speaking in that regard?
That is an interesting kind of question, because it's kind of like, well, you chose to be a heart surgeon. Why did you choose to be a brain surgeon? Because I think brain surgery is more important. I mean, I think anything where you're I think promoting fossil fuels improves a lot of people's lives. I think promoting nuclear is great too. I actually do both. But the reason, I'll tell you why the issue of fossil fuels, so nuclear in a sense I find more exciting in terms of the technology of it for reasons including the one you mentioned. It's such a dense fuel. You can do it totally cleanly. The technology is really cool. But the issue is, if you look at what really affects people's lives now and what's going to affect them in the foreseeable future, like fossil fuels, that is what is actually making everyone's life possible now and what's going to do it for the next several decades. And we have, I believe, an mostly inadvertently genocidal movement that's saying that we should restrict that. So the improvement, if you were weighing these things, the improvement to human life of stopping the genocidal attack on fossil fuels is much more important than the improvement of human life of successfully promoting nuclear. And I do intend to do much more on nuclear, but that's part of the reason why fossil fuels are particularly important to me, because they're so crucial now and they're so misunderstood, and that it's the biggest area of mistake. And so if we continue doing that, and that's the only way we're going to get nuclear anyway. I mean, with the Green New Deal, you're definitely not going to get nuclear because you're going to be super poor. But absolutely, we should fight for the decriminalization of nuclear.